yourself first and who is missing? So like you have 6 band members, right?
Yes.
So introduce yourself and then say that the other 4 are sleeping or sick or shopping.
Okay, we are Talco. We are 6 people, but for tonight only 2 people are working. The other guys are sleeping or eating something, or they didn't understand anything. So we are here for the interview in 2 persons. I think the best persons.
Yeah. The best members.
Okay, we play since 10 years. The first album was edited by Cobb Records in 2004. And then after 10 years, we are here in the same city in which we began, Berlin, because it's time to Berlin. If we play for a very constant career in these 10 years. So without Berlin, we didn't ever make anything. I think.
So it's a kind of flashback for you.
Yes, yes. Every year we come here is a kind of flashback. It seems strange because we don't play in Italy. We are, I think, in the point in which we are well known in all the states of Europe, but not in Italy. We played in Japan. We are very happy about it, but in Italy we don't play. We don't like to play.
And don't forget to tell me your names again.
Yes, my name is Dema.
My name is Jesus.
Jesus. Like this Jesus.
Yeah. I told you that's her name.
So as you already heard by Dani, I'm working with a lot of newcomer bands.
Yes.
So, and you are like in your 12th year now, right now?
Yes.
Besides that your DVD is called 10 years.
Yes.
I wondered about the difference between 12 and 10.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. What would you say, what is the recipe for a band to stay together?
I don't really know. I think the secret about staying alive and together for many years is respecting each other and respecting the freedom and the behavior that every person has. And naturally, it's not easy because it's like a job. It's like a job, and in every job, in office, in the normal jobs, every people, even if they agree in something, they don't agree in other things. So the only difference that we are friends and not only a companion, a company working. But the mainly difference is the traveling and the stress that become from this kind of traveling.
Are you in this constellation, like with the 6 band members all the time, or has there been any rotation?
No, we had any rotation. Me and Jesus were at the beginning. Like Nick at the drums. Then I think the other guys came in 2006 and 2008. For us, the real project of Talco became in 2008, when the friendship became more strong and the connection between us and also the project became more clear. And so for us, a real beginning of Project Talco is 2008 with the same person that are now in the band.
At what point of your career was it clear that you want to make it like professionally? Was it already with the first album you recorded, or was it like on the third album?
No. I think last years. Really, I don't know when we decided to make this like a job, because we came at this point in a natural way, not without planning anything, and so naturally the first albums were without any planning, without any ambition. Now I think the ambition became stronger, And so I can tell you that we thought about a real planning of living with Talco in last 2 or 3 years with the last 2 albums.
So One Gala was the latest
Yes.
album, right?
Yes.
Studio album. What can you tell me about this one? Because how many? 3 of your 5 records were like concept albums? So and what was One Gala like?
Grand Gala is, I think, in my opinion, is the best CD of Talco. I loved every CD of Talco. If I don't love a CD of Talco, I wouldn't have recorded. But I think in Grand Gala we had the freedom and the mentality about working with some more experience. With more experience and no knowledge about what we had to do. And so we were, the songs became naturally, and I think the album is really complete because it talks about all our passion in the music, in the ska, the punk, the folk, the songwriting, Italian for songwriting music, and also for the topics, because we talk about Berlusconism, we talk about the mentality of Italian of last 30 years, and so we have talked about all the things we liked on the CD. I think it's the first time also for the production of the album that it was, I think, the first album in which we were very happy about the mixing, the production. So we are very happy about Grand Gala.
So did you have then more money for the production, or what
More?
changed? More money?
No, not too much. We manage all always by ourselves. But we had, I don't know how to explain because it's a natural thing. But we have more power about our ambitions, about our ideas, and so we had the help of Mark, that is our sound engineer, that make our ideas, musical ideas, live in a CD. I think it was the first time. It was the alchemy of all these things that made Grand Gala our favorite album.
Has your topics changed from album to album, or is it quite, stringent?
I think the topics I think are the same, but explained in a different way. We try to use the metaphor. We don't like so much slogan or to be direct, because there are anti-fascist, anti-racist topics are more clear and more so much used by by many bands. So it would be bad talking about them with slogan. It seems that you want to talk just to make a lyric, a simple lyric. So we try to take a topic and describe it in different ways, just to not to be bored. It's difficult to arrive to that goal, but it's our way of thinking the lyrics and topics. So we talk about the same topics, but in a different way. For example, we talk about racism, we talk about mafia in La Cretina Commedia in Grand Gala, but in different wave and habitat.
I wondered, because in 2010 you had this German song for St. Pauli.
Yes.
So, but you're still singing in Italian, right?
Yes,
are there any
please.
English songs or
No. We don't like to sing in English, just because of the things I told you before. Because Italians are very ignorant on languages, us too. And I think if you want to talk as well as possible about the topics, you have to talk in a language in which you are very good. And so talking in English could be a risk for us because would make us talk with slogan that we don't like. So we prefer to talk to sing in Italian, and I think people like because they try to sing the songs. So
They probably don't
yes,
understand them, but they see the energy
yeah,
you have on stage.
yes,
You give the
we hope
audience
so.
the energy and the fun of playing music, of course. I want to hear you talk.
Okay.
So when you are touring, you're probably in the bus or a nightliner or whatever.
Yes, in the bus, our van.
What are the typical topics you fight with your band members? Is it maybe the stinking socks or have you spilled too many beers on the floor?
No, not the beers, the smell of the feet of some members. And about me, for example, I'm really, come si dice, intrattabile, untreatable in the morning. Until I eat something, or it really is. So we joke about this, and every member have his own I don't know quality or so we joke all time, yes, and sleep a lot.
And as you are, as you already said, you were touring like in Portugal, in Japan, and everywhere in the world.
In Japan, not with the van.
Well, in Japan, what was it then? Some Asian stuff? No, I thought it was just
Yes,
Asian.
but not in the van.
Not in the van.
Japan is the only country in which we we didn't go with the van.
But with an airplane.
Yes.
Yeah, with airplane.
very good.
But what was the most impressive gig so far ever? Like
Ever?
You play 200 shows a year or more or less?
I personally I love both concerts, the huge and the really small concerts, because of course in the huge festivals you have more I don't know, more impression with a sea of people, okay, but in the small clubs, for example, you really feel the people because you are really close to. And I think it's good, both type of concerts. I love every concert. Yeah.
At what point of a show do you recognize that the audience is a good audience? Do you see it just right away from the first song? Oh, the people are good, they are celebrating us already?
In general,
or does it sometimes take 2 or 3 songs that you can grab them?
once upon a time was as you told now, but in the last year, all the people start to sing and to dance at the beginning of the concert. So I think once we would have told that German people is the best audience because we played all in Germany. But now we have in Spain we are known and we like so much the people in Russia. There are very great audience, and also in Japan. Japan was the best, I think.
But as you are, if I'm right, you are criticizing the Berlusconi politicians.
Yes.
Blah, blah. Do you also recognize then when you go to Russia that some parts of the Russian population and the Russian politics is pretty bad? So like this.
Yes, sure.
Anti-gay law by Putin, for example.
Yes.
That you are not allowed to talk about homosexuals in front of
Yes, we
children.
know.
I mean,
We know.
so what's your
No,
opinion on this?
for us, there weren't any restriction in the places where we play. Logically, if promoters make TALCO play, they know what we are talking about. So for us, it isn't a problem in which place you play. For us, we have the clear idea, and we want to talk about this in every place, Russia, Russia included.
Did you have any songs like against homophobic people?
No, I think in this album, because it's a kind of topic that is really difficult to talk about in a cultural way. I think. I give you an advice, like, I don't know, when we talk about Berlusconi all talks about Berlusconi. The difficult thing is talking with an interesting way about Berlusconi in a more cultural way. And I think it's the same thing. There are some topics, many topics that band talks about, but aren't explained with things, with something more like slogan. And that's the way we want to avoid. To talk about, with slogan about things like homophobia and things like that. So we have to think clearly about before writing a song. And I love the kind of topic, and I'm sure we'll talk about in next album, because there is enough space to talk about this topic.
What is the songwriting like? Are you the songwriter?
Yes, yes.
So is it all old school with pen and paper, or do you have your iPad?
I have my paper. I have my paper. My computer, I usually my computer for pre-recording, but when I have to write, I don't read the e-book. I don't like things like that.
Do you still collect everything you have written, like 10 years ago? The songs you have written 10 years ago, do you still have the paper?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, sure. I will always write with paper.
Maybe one day he prints a book about it.
Yes.
Why not?
Exactly. Because I'm asking this question, I saw it's a couple of months ago that I saw a documentary on the band U2.
Yes.
And they were also like writing on paper, and it's like
it's good.
It's item nowadays.
It's good.
So if you become huge and famous somehow.
Yes, it's good.
You can bring it to the museum. Maybe.
I like the old school because I like to like children.
And what about your live DVD right now? Did you put a special concert on it, or is it a collection of different concerts? What can you tell me?
No, the main screenplay is about two concerts. One here in Berlin of last year in Astra, and the other one in Fabric of Hamburg. I think in spring of last year. And then we have some archive, video of archive, and interview that we made about in 2011 and 2012, 2013. And but the main screenplay is about those two concerts of Berlin and Hamburg. And we decided to go through these two concerts and explain our history since the beginning, with interviews and some video more.
As you mentioned Berlin and Hamburg,
Yes.
Do you notice any difference between the cities, or is it for you Italian folks like, oh, it's just German cities?
No, there are different. There are very different. Berlin.
Is a little richer, and Berlin is more like fucked up.
Yeah, no, I think the impression we got is Berlin is a multicultural city. It's the capital, it's the multicultural city, and it has, for us Italian, but we are, the economy is very bad. It's an opportunity for young people just to have a normal life here, because there are many opportunities in a cultural point of view, in a work point of view. Hamburg, we see we are really tied with São Paulo, so we see it like the city of São Paulo, the pirate city, and we know that it's an industrial city, but the idea we got of Hamburg, of audience in Hamburg, is about São Paulo supporters, and so the difference is this, I think.
More or less left alternative scene.
Yes, and the football supporters scene in the other part.
Are you fans of football? football?
Yeah, sure.
Which teams?
Milan.
And me, Juventus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. It's my.
So what was it like here with the last World Championship?
Not so good. Not so good in general, the Italian football. Because 10 years before I would have made an interview about football. Now it's difficult.
Okay. So, and the gig here is already done, so the next gigs are coming up in Vienna, Munich, in November.
Yes.
Okay. Any specialties for those concerts?
I think we want to promote at the end of the year. Also in Spain, in Russia, we play in Austria, and we want to promote as well as possible the idea of the 10 years of this CD, of this concert. We want to make concerts that try to celebrate all our year of career. The first song and the last song, not giving just an evidence of a period, of one period, but all the 10 years of TALCO. And we are trying with the track list of the new live, and so we want to go on to the end of the December, then another project.
And when can your fans expect the next album?
Sure, and a new album. Sure, new album. It's ready. It's ready. We know what we were talking about. What the music will be, but we wanna make some surprise. We are very, very happy about new songs. I think every year we went past I don't know 2 years since an album. We try to listen to this album and thought, okay, I wouldn't done more now, okay, and then the new album starts. So we are very happy.
Okay, cool. Then I think that's okay for the first
Yeah,
time.
thank you very much.